listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Shahs of Sunset After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Shahs of Sunset After Show.
Hey, AfterBuzzers. Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another episode of Shahs of Sunset. So welcome. I'm your host, Anna Koppel. This is the lovely
Du'a Kaissi. Hello, everybody.
Yay. So tonight's episode was Champagne Wars, because it was classy. And we are going to be breaking down the episode, and after we're done with that, quick commercial, and Dua's going to tell us all about a lawsuit that's happened with the show.
Oh, yes. Kathy Salim. Yeah, just a lawsuit that was settled. It's a $100,000 lawsuit that we'll be getting in a little bit later, like second segment. But
So stay tuned. All right, so let's jump into this episode.
So if you have been living under a rock for the past 2 weeks, last week's episode ended with them leaving Las Vegas. Gigi left a little bit early than the other cast members, but so we started this episode with them again leaving Las Vegas. Why did Gigi leave?
Because she's a brat. Gigi is seriously one of the most self-centered, childish people I have ever witnessed. And listen, it's reality TV, and I understand that everybody is sort of playing up their character, but I feel like she is not. I feel like that's who she is. She's out of control.
Well, I mean, I feel like the basis for a lot of the stuff that she says is just a little bit nonsensical and just a little crazy.
It's completely crazy. I read she did an interview with Bravo.com, and in it she says, regarding this episode tonight, see who starts the real drama. So I was like, okay, well maybe somebody else had been responsible for something, but no, the entire episode. Oh, and right after we see her being just horrible. Do you remember she was sitting waiting for MJ at a restaurant?
Yes. This was I think the second or third after, absolutely, where MJ kind of wanted to clear the air and let her know that everybody was upset.
She's just sitting pouting and turns to a stranger and is like, I'd love a menu. I'm starving.
That was a stranger? That person didn't work there?
Yeah, no. There's just somebody else having lunch.
Pass me a poor person to wipe my face.
Exactly. Gigi, settle down, you know? I mean, you would think that she would try to, listen, I've acted horribly the last few days. Maybe I should just pull back a little. And
No. I think that there's no gauge with Gigi. First of all, if you tuned in last week, we had David Golshan on, and he mentioned...
We love you, David Golshan.
We love you, David. He mentioned just very, very briefly that Gigi is probably medicated.
Right.
Or that the reason that she wasn't drinking last episode was because she was medicated.
Right. And we don't know that for sure, but I think that's a fair assumption.
I mean, I would believe it. She seems medicated, and
she seems like she needs to be, maybe.
Perhaps. Maybe we just need to adjust
the
meds.
Medication. Right. And so then she was also playing the sympathy card. She's like, oh, she cornered me like a dog, which is not true at all. Speaking of Anita. No, I'm just speaking about Anita. And she's like, oh, so I got triggered. I've gone through so much in high school. People were so mean to me. They said so many negative things about me. I've gone through this so much. And it's like, bitch, there's a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, the world is not out to get you.
Well, and it's crazy. She did mention about being disrespected when she's in high school, but she is obviously a runner. Like, she runs away. She ran away from Vegas. She doesn't want to deal with it. And she said at the champagne scene, she said too, she's like, I just want to be polite, so I think I'm just going to ignore the entire situation.
She said the only way to be polite is to just ignore the entire situation.
You know how to solve a problem? Completely forget that it's there.
I don't see it.
It's like when you're a little kid and you close your eyes and you think that
the
you're
monsters,
invisible.
yeah, the monsters won't get you. Yeah, and I love, because Reza had mentioned, you know, the next time I see her, I'm giving her an Emily Post.
Yes.
Yeah, she needs that, because...
Mm-hmm. An Emily Post etiquette book. By the way, I would love Reza to sign a copy of an Emily Post etiquette book for me. FYI.
Throwing it out there.
A little off sidebar, a little off topic.
I would love Reza. I love Reza.
Yeah.
And I would
do.
love him to just
He's
be in my
growing on me.
life.
Plus, you know what? I really liked MJ this episode, too. I really felt like they showed, like, the softer side of her. I mean, last episode, she was just fall down, like, terrible. I really think that maybe she, like, redeemed herself slightly this episode.
She started to be, like, Vegas MJ towards the end of the episode, though.
Oh.
Just saying. I don't know if you noticed.
I didn't. I was saying so many good things.
I know. But her hair started to, like, get a little wild again. Like, it was all, like, straightened and nice the whole episode. And then, like, her, like, mascara and eyeliner started running.
How drunk was MJ? She was this drunk. That's how big her hair was.
There's one curler still hanging off. Like,
oh, I forgot that one.
But yeah, MJ, and we'll get to MJ in a second. Let's talk more shit about Gigi.
Okay. That won't be hard.
Yeah, no, it won't be. Her trying to resolve with Anita. She had said when she made up with Reza, she said, you know, Anita should have come to me, you know, before the party or after the party, before dinner, right place, right time. But then in the middle of the champagne tasting, when everybody's had like bottles of champagne, that's the time she chooses to confront Anita.
Correct. Actually, yep. Yeah, she had confronted Anita. Yes, that's correct.
She followed Anita into the kitchen and was like, "You something to say to me?"
That's correct. Yeah. Well, she was. I mean, you know what they say about alcohol, lowering her inhibitions. Did you believe her tears? Did you recall seeing her tears? This is like when she came in and was drinking the Chardonnay in Reza's place with MJ's ridiculous outfit. And
oh my God, MJ's onesie. What was that?
I don't know, but I am really starting to like MJ, and she, like, I felt sad for her outfit. I felt sad.
I felt sad for the way she looked in that outfit. I did not feel sad for her outfit. I'm shocked they make an outfit like that. I did not know that they made onesies for adults.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh,
yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you find these things?
It's 2012. They make everything now. I wouldn't personally own
Listen,
one.
I understand they make jumpsuits and stuff. That's been around since like the 70s at least. This was like a halter top. It was floral. It was awful.
But it didn't even like come in and like cinch and go down. It just kind of like went straight down, like similar to a curtain.
Oh my God, it was so bad.
But we love MJ and we love Bravo.
I love MJ too, and I love her like house dresses.
Yeah,
girl, stick to that.
Yeah. Stick to your house dress.
Don't do it to yourself.
But she was crying. So Gigi, when her and Reza were talking, then she went through that testimonial. This is the same time as she was talking about this is how she reacts because of her big anger problem, because the way she was disrespected, and she gets weepy. Do you see this? And she wipes away like a fake tear. You see this? She's like, she gets a little like misty, and then she just wipes away her fake tear.
All that I saw during that was bullshit. Because
all you heard was blah 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 blah.
No,
blah.
but she's like, oh, because of my anger issues. I'm like, so you acknowledge it's all your fault? like I know she's trying
your issues.
But she kept like trying to flip it. Like,
no.
Oh, Anita confronted me, and like, no, you girls were talking shit right now. This close to Anita, and she's like,
and
she bought it off the sale rack. I had that dress 2 years ago. Anita's right here, and she's like, what are you talking about? I've never said a bad word about
Innocent
you.
eye, that doe-eyed, she was like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's the look I give to my manager when, like, I've done something. I'm like, what are you I would never do that. He's like, Koppel. I can't be mad at you.
So Reza says that Gigi in this episode he says that Gigi sees and believes things that aren't actually happening. Isn't
Yeah,
that
it's
kind
called-
of like the definition of
A crazy person?
delusional?
Delusional. Yeah, I wrote that in my notes. Gigi's either crazy or delusional. Maybe she's both.
Oh,
Whatever.
that's terrible. Yeah, I mean this is just like I wonder if she watches these episodes, if she sees it, or if she see like, do you really think that she believed that she didn't know what was going on? Like, and then she's like, I don't know, and then she'll see it and she'll be like, oh, that's what they're talking about. Like, do you
No.
think she'll acknowledge
No,
that she's nuts
gonna
now?
blame editing. She's gonna blame editing.
Oh.
Bravo edited it to make me look like that. And it's like the people
That sounds
who
familiar.
are the worst always blame editing. Everybody else is like, listen, like I did some shitty things. I feel bad about it, but I own it because I did it. You know, you can't piece like words together to make somebody look worse than they are. You know, she's done all those things. She said all those things. So
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Reza said something about Gigi. He said, "What you do reflects upon me. You know how our culture is." Now, I don't know what that means. I am not Persian.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I mean, I'm not Persian either. I am Middle Eastern, but I would think that anything like out of a family, or like if you get somebody a job and it's like anything that they do that is in poor character, it would reflect upon the person that referred them. It's like, look, I represent you. And
Right.
so it's like whatever you do, it's like I invited you to Vegas for my birthday, so whatever you do that is dramatic, whatever you do that insults my friends, also reflects poorly on me because I keep you in my company.
right,
It makes me look bad if I choose to have you in my life.
right. And I mean, I think, that
that's
goes
what I
for-
take away from it.
I mean, that would go for any culture, though, right? I mean, I feel the same way about my friends.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
if there's something specific to...
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know. So, man, I wish David was here.
I know.
David.
David, by the way, if you missed him last week, he's hilarious and
adorable.
and he is adorable. Don't tell him we said that, though, because he's like, his ego is already out of control. But he will be joining us next week, April Fools. And so
I'm sure he won't do anything foolish though, because that's not his
he
style.
better not. We'll see. Anyway, on to other subjects.
I like that they showed a little bit more of Sammy. I felt like we saw him like none last episode.
Like reaction shots.
Exactly, like about as much as we saw David.
Yeah.
I do want to bring. Can I talk about Mikey? Mikey for a minute,
Please.
my new boyfriend. So, by the way, I love that when they first talked about him, they did like the whole like montage with him like making his like whey protein powder. I was expecting like the dun 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, just to like
He
come
gave
in the
his
back.
dog a raw egg.
Yeah, well, because it's important to build muscle. I look good, you look good.
Oh,
But I
dear.
love more than anything that is like aside from like the macho like person that he is, that he has a good relationship with his mother. Because I think that for any guys take notes. Guys that have good relationships with their mother like jots you up on the hotness scale. It says that you know.
It's not only that, but it's an indication of how they'll treat you.
Yes.
It's absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, he's a good Jewish boy. And you know, I would venture to say that almost all Jewish boys have good relationships with their moms.
Really?
Every Jewish boy I know.
Oh. All right. Well, good. Excellent.
It's like a stereotype.
Does that mean that every Jewish boy has treated you very nicely?
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
excellent.
I'm only into Jews.
Ah.
And that's what I love how Mike's mom. Everybody's kind of agreed that Mike says he wants a family,
Mhm.
and everybody's sort of like, listen, he's gonna marry a Persian Jew, and I like how he's like, I'm going down to Colombia with who's he going with?
He was going with a friend, and he's like, and he goes, maybe I'll come back and marry a Colombian. And what does she say?
She's like, please don't joke.
She's like, no,
Don't joke.
it's not funny.
It's like such a Jewish mom thing to do.
That's not funny.
No, don't do that. It's hilarious. Sammy, we like seeing more of Sammy.
Yeah. Yeah, I did think it was really funny how when they were doing that whole like all of Sammy was like in the construction set of this like $60 million home that they're building, and how when they were walking up those steps, he's like, we're really going to need some safety rails here in the middle of this construction site, and nobody had a hard hat on.
Yeah.
No.
What I enjoyed about Sammy on this episode is how in his confessionals he was wearing an ascot.
What? What's an ascot?
Oh, I wish I had like a clever line for that. What's an ascot? But I don't, unfortunately. Damn it!
Live show.
So I missed. I wish David were here.
I know, David.
But it's like a scarf. But it's like kind of tied up front.
Got it.
A little bigger.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It was very classy.
It's very classy.
It was a classy ascot.
Classy guy.
I like your classy ascot, sir.
Asa was a big disappointment to me.
Okay, first of all, I didn't realize that they were like Iranian and Persian hippies. There were like, I take the flowers and I grind them with the diamond water. And then she prefaces it at the very, very end, oh, by the way, it's very expensive.
That's what I'm talking about. Because up until now, Asa's just seemed like super down to earth. Like, definitely somebody I would be friends with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, these people are hating on her because she's not like
she's
in
just
her Louboutins and yeah. But tonight, like diamond water, like for real, that's like Madonna status, something Madonna would do.
I didn't even understand it. What does it mean? They soak the diamonds in the water and that makes I don't get it.
Well, it's like a lot of that new age bullshit, like the healing power of crystals. So there's a lot of energy that comes from diamonds, so she puts the diamonds in the water.
Okay.
Then she grinds those flowers that remind her of her grandmother, and it brings about her Aries something
Fire
Persian goddess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Isn't that like drinking water with rocks in it? Isn't that like the same thing?
Yeah, it's
really expensive rocks.
Yeah, it's like it's drinking dirty water.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. You think? Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy a little bit of rose water in my tea every now and again. I don't think that's quite the same thing.
Flavored. It was silly. Anyway,
Yeah,
she's just like cruising with her little Mercedes down PCH.
Yeah, I didn't know that she sang though. This is her.
Oh, you must have missed.
I was not paying full attention the first episode.
Oh dear. Ooh.
I have detention after class.
Yeah, you might. It's okay.
But I do know now, and I tell you what, I'm not sorry I missed it the first time. I'm just kidding. I love her singing. When is her CD coming out?
That's information that we should get.
We should know this.
What we should do is try to download something from iTunes and have it. Or I don't know. You all AfterBuzzers, let us know if that's something you would like to hear.
Absolutely. Maybe we can play it as the intro now. For the Shahs of Sunset.
We want to add something Persian every episode. By the way, I love like these random sort of like Persian, total stereotype Persian things that they throw in. Like, here's Reza just like smoking a hookah outside. It's like,
yeah,
we get it.
Yeah.
They're Persian.
By the way, I want a hookah right here for the next show. Okay. I can smoke it. Can we smoke in here?
Probably not.
Smoke the hookah?
All right, now, and I'm also really disappointed in Anita. Anita, who has been so she handled the situation in Vegas last week so like such a lady.
Yeah,
with so much class.
I'm shocked to hear that you're disappointed.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me hear why. Let me hear why first.
Yeah. So tonight she was as Reza said, she was talking to her constituents, holding babies and shaking hands.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is a great line. But yeah, she was just like, bringing everybody over to Team Anita, grabbing everybody like, oh, it's just getting out of control. It's bullshit. It's this, it's that. And I just thought it was out of character and disappointing.
It was just a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black. I mean, I understand that Gigi was in the wrong about like talking about her, not behind her back, right to the side of her in last episode, and now Anita's doing the exact same thing. But because she's upset in this episode, bringing everybody over, being like, look, this is crazy. But, I still think that if based on either Gigi or Anita, I'm on Team Anita all the way.
Yeah, agreed. However, I really wish she had like stayed in her position
Yeah.
of class. And listen, I understand it's extremely difficult to do that when somebody has been so horrible to you.
Yeah.
Um,
And also when you kind of need to be like, it's really uncomfortable to be in a position where you are in a room with somebody that you know you have tension with, and it's almost like you need that kind of validation in a way. And so for her to say that, and look, I'm not excusing it in any way. I don't think it's adult. These ladies are grown women. They need to act right. But you need to get yourself a role.
act right.
You need to get yourself a role model.
Um, love it.
But I definitely like when Gigi went up to her and confronted her in the kitchen and was like in her face and like just talking about her anger, and you don't want to see how angry, like all of this stuff. And she said something ridiculous.
Hilarious though.
She's like, I'm not a normal person that you want to get mad. That's what she. And then Reza comes in and he's talking like this, like this, like this, and I'm like, this is like a 3-ring circus.
Yeah, it was great. And then when she finally, and then yeah, she threw her like little tantrum. She's like, everybody shut up.
Yeah.
And
you can know how like serious she got because her arms started waving like bigger and bigger.
yeah, for sure.
But Anita shut up the whole time. She was just nodding.
Yeah, no, I know. But wait, but then MJ was like, she just said it. She's not normal. But that's when like Vegas MJ, like drunk MJ, was kind of coming out.
Can I have the court reporter read that back, please?
It was like,
and the stenographer be like, "What did she say?"
Yeah, no, she said it.
You've admitted it yourself.
Oh, do you know what we haven't talked about? Besides not spending enough time on the onesie, but
like bunnies? I don't know.
the difference between Reza and MJ's selling styles. What do you think about that?
I think that. Well, I mean, I prefer. Well, okay, so
Really?
so what I think about it is I like MJ's selling style, and I like the fact that she's like, let me show you the house. What do you need? I can do it. Hey, let's go out to lunch after. Like, that's how you sell something. You go out to lunch, you get them liquored up, and you be like, what do you think? And they're like, I want 10 of those. I don't like the way that Reza kind of like forces his opinions upon you, because I would buy something that I didn't need from somebody that I liked and had a great personal relationship with, rather than something that I did need really badly from somebody that was kind of trying to tell me what I thought or what I believed. So, but the thing is, they really are. I think the fact that Reza is a male, his selling style probably works in his favor.
Right.
A lot. You can't do that as a female as much, I don't think, and really get away with it. I just, from my personal experience. But, so, I mean, I think their styles suit them. And I think that they need to be different, or else, you know, they need to have those kind of like complementing opposite.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think about it?
No, I think that's a really good perspective. No.
Thanks. There's like one every like 24 hours. I got one thing that.
Well, good thing we're recording then. Got the one on the record.
Yeah.
No, I think you're really right, and I totally agree. And like, you know, like a server. I mean, I'm a good tipper anyway.
Yeah.
But a server that doesn't like push anything on me and just like sort of guides me, and
Yeah.
I overtip them.
Yeah, and really is, and the thing is to kind of like know what it is. It's like, look, I know about everything. This one does this. This one does this. This one does this. Now, what do you want? I mean, that's I think the first rule of sales is to really find out what your
Know your product.
know your product and know what the customer wants.
Right.
Because if I tell you all about this amazing 2-seater and you have kids, like, I'm wasting my time.
Right.
You know,
I
like
hate car salesmen.
I
I hate like you walk into a car lot and they just like flock over to you. It's like a race.
It is not so much anymore since the internet came out. But how did we get on this?
I don't know these things.
By the way, speaking of car salesmen, Reza looks like a car salesman.
Russell?
Reza.
Oh, Reza. I
Doesn't
thought you
he?
were talking about Russell, the foreman on Mohammed's house. But yeah, Reza could be
He
a car
does.
salesman. He
I-
acts like one.
Well, I'm pretty sure I bought a Mazda from him when I was 16.
You've said that about other people as well.
Just him.
Just him. He's the only one.
I only bought one Mazda. That was the last.
And it was from Reza. Okay.
Worked really well.
Good. All right. Well, that's all I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
You too?
I mean, yeah. I liked the episode. I felt like it was a nice, calm, mellow episode. I felt like last episode was so, like, Vegas. Like, you really needed, like, I really loved at the beginning of it when everybody was like kind of hungover, getting their stuff together, and they're like all ready to go, and then they walk into MJ's room, and everything is still laid out on the bed, and they're like, "You're not even close to ready." It was like me walking out the door today.
Yeah, I know. I also love how they were like, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas."
Like, I've never heard that before. That's a really clever saying.
Not only that, but like, you know, there's an entire camera crew here. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
You're not funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Not that I have strong opinions about anything. Okay, well, I think we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to discuss that lawsuit. Ooh, girls.
Oh, where was your soundbite?
Stick with us. Yeah.
Don't go nowhere.
Stick with us when we're back.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Welcome back. We're here buzzing about Shahs of Sunset, and I think Du'a has some very juicy information here.
Yeah, so I was shocked to find out. I was just shocked to find out that Shahs of Sunset was actually involved in a lawsuit. There was a lawsuit filed against Ryan Seacrest Productions and Bravo last year by a lady named Kathy Salim, who obviously is not on the show right now. She was walking away from the show and wanted nothing to do with it. So she filed a $100,000 lawsuit in November, claiming that the reality show forced her into the bad girl role. She also claimed that there was an incident at a Hollywood hotel in July that resulted in bullying and verbal abuse, and even physical abuse and an attempt to rip off her top.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
So absolutely.
Did she give details about the bullying and the verbal?
And that was from one website. She said that she was blindsided and she was forced to play a demeaning and humiliating role. And then this is actually from another website that said that what developed was bullying. It's a bullying session wherein everybody became very, very verbally abusive to the plaintiff, who is Kathy, and addressed her in an obscene manner. And then the complaint also stated that after the verbal abuse, someone tried to strip off all of her clothes, and then Reza threw a cup of water in her face. So there was no comment, and the attempts on these websites to contact Bravo, there was no comment, and Ryan Seacrest Productions just said that there was a lawsuit and it was settled. But what I find interesting is that you have to sign a release.
Right.
There's a lot of paperwork that goes into this. And so I'm always curious is like what people think when they sign these forms, or they're absolutely like so shocked. Oh, by the way, there is something else that Ryan Seacrest Productions was claiming that the reason that she was not on the premiere and not on the show is that her storyline was Interesting. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Well, can we get my... Is this on? I don't know. Okay, there we go. It kind of went out for a second. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
But they're not commenting.
They're not coming. And let me correct, as we did not try and contact them for a comment. This is just based on what the websites where I got this information. They tried to contact them and they didn't comment. So
well, let's try to contact them.
We will try and
we will contact them. So we'll have that for you next week, whether or not they commented. Okay, but she filed the lawsuit. What's come of it?
She got no money, but she's out of the show. And she's out of the show, but this was all settled before Shahs premiered.
Right.
So, yeah, they found it humiliating, so they cut her out of the show, and that's it. And reportedly, she has yet to receive any money. They don't have any money. I don't think she's getting any money, frankly, is what's going on.
Okay.
Is what's going on, too. But, I just find it, so, are you in? Are you good?
I don't know. No, mine keeps going out.
Yeah, I just find it, really, I mean, I guess unless you're in that situation, but it's like, did she just think it would just be like amazing and then once,
Well, I guess maybe people, when they sign on to this, are under the impression that it's going to be like a documentary, that they're just going to be like film crews around and will just follow them and not intervene and not. But it's not that. It's a reality show. They throw you into situations. They force you to talk about this and talk about that. And
well, in every story, you need an antagonist and a protagonist.
Right.
In every story, like you need storylines. You need stuff to happen. And if stuff isn't happening, they'll kind of find a way to just have stuff happen.
Right.
So I mean, I would think that if somebody wanted me to be on a reality television show, I really I would think that you would know. And even if they were going to paint her out as the bad girl role, that is the way the bad people on reality, like we've talked about Gigi more on this show,
right,
than anybody else. The bad girls get the publicity,
right.
They love the drama, they love all of that. It's like they have people on for comedy, they have people on for but they, at the end of the day, if they're painting you to be the bad girl, take it and run with it,
if that's what you want.
Yeah.
And maybe, she had not been prepared for that.
Yeah.
But, we're speculating.
Oh, it'd be so fun to have her on the show. I wonder if she could do that. I wonder if she'd be willing.
I don't know. We'll contact her too. See. And I'm sure he'll tell us more about this later, but David had a larger role on this show initially.
He did.
And
that's exactly what I was thinking about when I said that, actually. Is because he was there to be the comic, he's a comedian. He was there to be the comic relief. And it's funny how much he's not in the show. And
he was like a main person originally. And they sort of cut him back. And he hasn't been able to talk about it. But at some point that window will be over. Yeah. And he will be able to tell us more about that. So it's interesting. This show is really
hitting a nerve.
Yeah, with a lot of people.
I always feel like it's a good sign, Who else is it hitting a nerve with?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, the city of West Hollywood. Oh, West Hollywood. Now, for those of you who don't live in Los Angeles, it's kind of known as Boys Town. A huge gay, lesbian, bi, transgender community.
They have a gay mart.
What? I don't even know what that is.
It's a Kmart, but it's gay. It's a gay mart.
All right. Let's try to at least pretend we're tolerant on this show. Let's just try. The Kmart. West Hollywood has come out with they're actually have come out against the show. They've come out against it. The city of West Hollywood, which I didn't even know was possible, that an entire city can come out against a television show. Or
Why
anything.
have they come out against it?
It says the release says the city's opposition of the show is consistent with past actions of the city council denouncing negative stereotypes of the LGBT community and other groups which have faced discrimination and marginalization. They don't like that Reza is the only gay man on the show. And, a lot of Iranians, a lot of Persians are also really want the show yanked off the air. And
so he's getting it from both ends. He's getting it from the gay community and he's getting it from the Persian community as well.
Right. And I think it's kind of unfortunate because let's face it. Most, maybe not most, a lot of Americans have a negative view of Middle Easterners in general,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, yeah.
And I think that this show makes Persians a lot more relatable to people who have been maybe having more of a negative view, a negative mindset. And not that it should be one or the other, like, they're either these obnoxious people who have too much money and, cause drama or whatever, but they're fun and they're like me, or a terrorist. It shouldn't have to be like that, but I do think that it definitely, like, opens the door, opens the window, creates a conversation for, more positive stereotype. I mean, I'm sorry, but
I feel like people that are gonna hate are gonna hate, and I just find it really ironic that the gay community in West Hollywood is coming out against. Now, are they only mad because there are that Reza is the only gay person, or are they just mad because they don't like the light that it?
They just think that it's. I mean, they don't like it. They think it's.
This is what I don't understand. This show is not changing. This show is not a show to change lives.
Right.
This show is a show about a few people. They're being themselves. They might be drinking a little bit too much. They might, they might act a little bit crazy. But this isn't like, these people aren't running for president.
Right.
It's like, I mean, then I think that there should be, serious discussions about
right.
whether or not
we're not going to vote for you.
They're behaving appropriately. But right now it's a television show. It is entertainment.
Right.
It's strictly what it is supposed to be. People are, I just find it interesting that, the gay community that has tried so hard, leaps and bounds to get accepted by so many people. And it's just, and this is a war that they're still, really fighting. They want to, revolt against a show that's just purely like, just let
it's
it be
silly.
Just let it happen. Like, it's an hour of your life a week that you can just escape and enjoy and laugh about these crazy characters. I mean, and that is specifically what it's for. And I think that Reza actually said it best, and he said that he's prepared to take the heat, and he also said that you can't make everybody happy, and that's not what it's about. And as long as he is happy with what he's doing, then that's I feel like that's it, because and I'm sure that he, being a Middle Eastern gay man, has probably taken heat
all his
for
life.
a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So this probably to him is laughable.
Right. This is what West Hollywood Council member John Heilman, Heilman, Heilman. So we got it right out there. The show depicts negative stereotypes of the Iranian American community. Negative stereotypes disseminated about any group should raise concern, as this can lead to discrimination and, in extreme cases, even violence.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but does this seem a little ridiculous? I mean...
Well, as I said before, people that are going to hate are going to hate. You don't need a TV show telling them how to hate in a different way.
Right, and that's true. But we also don't need a city coming out against a television show on Bravo.
Yeah. We love Bravo.
I love Bravo.
I love Bravo.
But
I know you think I'm joking when I say that I actually love Bravo.
I just think I'm not a big fan of West Hollywood right now.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. It's...
Tell them I said that.
You tell them I said that. Should have a segment on everything. You tell them I said that.
I
yeah.
think it's ridiculous. It's a little
fun.
ridiculous.
But it is, however, that was a valid point. It's not like he was just being mad to be mad. Like, he did have, as somebody that probably took a lot of heat, Mr. Heilman. He probably, like, he's probably
Heilman.
I wonder now.
Heilman.
I wonder if maybe he should just continue to watch. Mr. Hagelman, tell me what you think.
Mr. Hammond.
Mr. Hanson?
Handsome?
Aw, handsome?
Okay, we're done. We're done.
Handon? No.
What are you
done? I said Handon? This is, but I mean, as I was saying before, I think that it also is really interesting. It's like, once you hit that nerve, something, something's going on, and it is to, get the discussion out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, like it's controversy, and I really think that in the end, all of this controversy is just going to bring more viewers to the show.
Yeah. Agreed.
Joke's on you, Heigelman.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Well, in other gossip, it was kind of mentioned in the first episode, but didn't really go into too much detail that Gigi has a nose job.
I did not know that because, as you know, I wasn't paying attention.
Right.
I watched the first episode.
You were, exactly. I have a photo, but we have technical difficulties this evening. Usually we're able to put stuff up on the screen, but I just want you all to know that you can go to http no www starcasm starcasm.net, and then you're going to go to archives, and it's 148680. I don't know if we can maybe zoom in on this at all, or is there a way to do that? I don't know. Can you see this from here? Can you see that?
Hold on, can I see it? Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah.
We're having a great time looking at this picture.
She's Jewish.
She is not.
Isn't she?
No.
She isn't. She
no,
is.
And I resent you saying
I just did it to get a rise out of you.
Did you?
It is. Well,
see, they should do Jews of Beverly Hills or whatever. I would watch that. There'd be big nose jokes all over the place.
Well,
I'd still watch it. Exactly.
Yeah, but now actually that poses a really interesting question, Anna.
Yeah.
If there was the Jews of Sunset, and they made stereotypes about big noses and Jufros
and just
being
doing the Hava Nagila wherever they went,
or being highly frugal with their money, or all
right,
this,
and everybody's in the jewelry business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And would you find that offensive?
There are stereotypes out there. I definitely does it offend me that everybody I meet who finds out that I'm Jewish, tells me I don't look Jewish? I don't, I mean, a little. Does it offend me that people ask, if my dad's, a doctor or a lawyer? Not really. They're not, that offensive of stereotypes. The only thing that offends me truly are, Holocaust jokes. That's not funny.
That's just tacky.
Yeah. For sure. So anything that's truly hateful is offensive to me. But other than that, you're right. But our people have big noses.
Yeah.
We're terrible tippers.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. But most Jews are.
I mean, yeah. I just think that it's. It's a sign of ignorance, and if you're gonna make a stereotype joke, I really think it's harmless. I feel like it's the intention behind it. It's,
right.
As you were saying, a Holocaust. That's just tacky as
right.
as all. But this I'm gonna say that the nose job was definitely a good call for her.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So is the hair lightening.
Yeah. So starcasm.net archives 4018680 if you wanted to check that out. Excellent.
Fantastic. Great.
Who else has had plastic surgery on the show? This is something we need to find out.
We will find out
right away.
Don't you worry. Okay, I think that's all of the news and gossip that I have. That's not true. That's not true. It's not true.
The gossip is. I almost got sad. I was like, the gossip is over.
I mentioned earlier, but just to remind you, David Golshan, who we love so much, who is a recurring character on Shahs of Sunset, will be joining us next week, April 1st. So definitely look out for that. If you missed him last time.
Also, the Laugh Factory Mondays, he does that Middle Eastern comedy night.
He won't be back till April 16th, though. Oh. But you can find him on AfterBuzzTV.com for our episode last week.
Absolutely.
And you can find him on AfterBuzzTV.com next week. So we'll all be here together. It's going to be great. Let's make some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Would you like to go first? You want me to make predictions first?
Well, You can go first. I want to think about mine. I really do.
Okay. I predict that Gigi is going to. It looked like MJ is going to show up late to her event. And I think she's going to go like psycho crazy, like we've never seen her before, like even crazier than she has because she and MJ are friends. Um, I think Mike is going to get more serious with this girl than.
I was gonna say that. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. But I was sitting there. No, no. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, "That's what." Well, because I feel like they foreshadowed it. First of all, in this episode, they started with saying that MJ was a little late getting ready to leave Vegas. Next episode, I think that you're right about she's going to be really, really late. So this episode, I think that they prefaced it with saying that Mike might marry a Colombian. His mother, he had lunch with his mother. He wants to marry it. So I really think that they're actually going to have a whole episode where he finds a woman that he's really going to want to settle down with. And it's like that,
Right.
I really think is a big thing, especially in Middle Eastern culture. Getting married, starting a family, building your roots, your ground. It's very important.
I thought you were
Family.
going to say your muscles.
building your
Building your.
He's already got
biceps.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
But
got that.
I agree. I definitely think that a big love interest is going to come in for Mike, which is going to make Gigi upset.
Oh, she's gonna
once
go
again.
crazy.
She does nothing but get mad. This girl.
Ugh.
She needs.
Do you think that that's like that Ryan Seacrest made her do that, or
Oh, are you saying that she was forced into like
the bad girl
she was
role?
forced into the bad girl role? You know what? I'll be honest with you. I would like to almost hope so. I would like to really think that like her irrational behavior is actually not her irrational behavior. Like I'd like to think it was a little bit over the top for TV. Because
Right.
if she's really like that, I think that I just think that would I feel like she would have no friends eventually.
I feel like that doesn't just come naturally. I don't know. Like that kind of behavior, like last week with when like David was trying to break up the fight with the whistle,
Uh-huh.
she was gonna Krav Maga him, like it
Oh.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if I got pushed into the bad girl role, I could probably pull it off pretty well. You know why? Because sometimes I'm a total bitch.
Yeah, and all you
And-
need to do is kind of like harness that part of you. I think that you'd be really good.
I thank you. I think so too, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't act like that because I'm like a reasonable, rational person.
Yeah.
But
But given
if
the
I just like
opportunity
let it go,
and given the encouragement and being like, you know what I think would work, if you
Right.
do this.
but I don't think everybody has that in them. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Agreed.
that's like definitely part of her personality.
Yeah. Yeah. She is a little spitfire, but I'd like to think that she's playing it up for TV because I think that
Yeah.
I would like to think that just because this yeah because I would like to like her as a person. That's why.
Not me. I want to hate her. I think those are all of the longest predictions ever. You have predictions?
That's it. I think the marriage thing is going to come up again with MJ.
Yeah.
It'll probably,
Or
but I
MJ.
mean, I'm gonna guess that there is gonna be more drinking.
Yeah.
Guess that there will be more talk about expensive clothing and items that they own.
Possibly.
And yeah,
I also think that MJ is going to talk about feelings for Reza. I saw her like, oh, kiss twice. And then she
why does that always happen with women? They like fall in love with like their gay friend.
that happened to me and we dated. And then he was gay before me, he's gay after me, and he defines his sexuality as gay plus Anna.
That needs to be a Bravo show. Bravo. Gay plus Anna on Bravo.
Yeah. You are welcome.
She could be the bad girl.
I don't know. I don't know why that happens because I think like there's an intimacy because you get so
Well,
close and
Perhaps. And I also think what women look for in a relationship is different than what men look for in a relationship. And women really just want that like nurturing, like companion. And
Right.
they can find it in fact, it's probably perfect in like a gay man, except, so I think that women sometimes can get,
confused.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it.
That's
folks.
it. It's over
I think
already.
That's it. I think we're done here.
This was like the favorite part of my whole day.
I know. It was great. So to tomorrow, Dancing with the Stars, our very own Maria Menounos.
Vote for her.
Vote for her 12 times because you can. We'll be voting for her. We'll be watching. We will each be voting 12 times, all of us at AfterBuzz. So please support her.
Absolutely.
She supports us. The longer she stays on Dancing with the Stars, the longer we stay on AfterBuzz. So
absolutely
support our girl.
Yeah. Thanks
All right.
for watching.
I'm Anna Koppel.
And I'm Du'a Kaissi.
You can find me, you can tweet me at Koppel for Mayor.
And I finally got out from under my rock. I have a Twitter account. It's Du'a Kaissi, DuaKaissi.
And we'll see you next week with David.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.